someone tells you, oh, you've got a big forehead, and so what? Like, I genuinely feel like I can talk. This is a picture of me. The moment something negative crosses my mind, I'm like, no, you better sit down. But I want everybody to feel this type of happiness. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm super nervous speaking in front of you guys because it's my first video, so bear with me. I may stutter a lot, but today I wanted to discuss the topic on self-love. And this is a really huge topic for me because for a long time I would say I hated myself. I would literally sit down on my notes and write a bunch of things that I used to hate. I hated my eyes, I hated my nose, and I would write so many things I would want to change about myself. And I just thought, why? Like, the older I got, the more I understood how so many things in life impacted me to how I felt about myself. I would say the main thing for me was going to school in secondary school was really, really hard. I used to get bullied. It was so much like verbal abuse about my appearance, and it just made me always feel down about myself. I remember when I first started school, because I changed, long story short, I got kicked out of one of my schools, went to another school, and because of how people used to like insult me when I was in my first school or just make jokes, when I started my new school I used to wear makeup. Guys, what is a 12-year-old doing wearing makeup? I you know, now that I'm old, I thought if I had a daughter, my daughter said she wanted to wear makeup, I'd be like, are you crazy? But during that time I would do so many things to like look better, in my opinion. And I remember going to school and it still wasn't enough. I was still getting bullied, people were still insulting me. And then I gave up. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start going to school looking a mess. And when I say a mess, I mean a mess. I would keep my hair out. I used to look picky. I got to a point where I was like, if people are gonna call me ugly anyways, fuck it, I'm gonna be ugly, okay? And this happened for a long time. Like, if I'm gonna like upload videos right now of like how I used to look during school. And then after like secondary school, we had like a 12-week holiday now, and these times I was like, you know what, my 16th birthday is coming up, I'm gonna look really pretty. Got myself a wig. Like, I just looked, well, now I know you looked funny looking, but back then I started to feel myself. I was like, yeah. I started doing my hair more, started doing my makeup every single day to college. And yes, it looks crazy because I know you guys are looking at these videos right now and thinking, why the hell are her lashes touching the sky? But I kid you not, it made me feel good about myself, and it happened all over again. People started to make fun of me, insult me, and it wasn't really like they were like picking at me, but it was the jokes. And being a part of, I realize now that it was my friendship groups. I was in such a bad friendship group with a lot of males, and to them, making fun of a girl is not that deep. They would say the most horrendous things like, your forehead is so big. The number one insult I got was witch eyes. Why are you saying I have witch eyes? They had got witch eyes, snake eyes. So many people would like make fun of me, and I used to think that, you know, we were friends and it was a part of friendship, but it's not. And if you're in a situation like this right now and your friends are sitting down there laughing at you, making fun of you, picking at you, why are you with them? Like, now I'm like, did I hate myself that much that I would sit down there and let people ridicule me? Like, what? And I remember there was a time, and there was like 3 or 4 of my male friends were all sitting down with one of my other female friends, and they were like, who do you think's the prettiest and who do you think's the ugliest in the group? And they were like, my friend obviously was like one of the prettiest in the group, and they were like arguing, like, is it between them two? And then when they said who's the ugliest in the group and my name came up, I was like, damn, you really want me to start crying? But I laughed at it. I laughed it off because I was sad, but part of me was just like, it's just banter. It's just banter. That's not banter. That now that I'm older, I realize like That is not banter. People shouldn't be tearing you down for fun, making you feel bad about yourself for fun. And during that time, I didn't realize that physical self-care was the last thing that was on my list. It was the last thing. The most important was emotional self-care. I needed to be able to say, I shouldn't be friends with people that are tearing me down. And I think, sorry guys, this is so like organic free flow, so I haven't even put out points, but I would say that is step one. Okay, don't be in a group full of people that are going to insult you. Why are you surrounding yourself around so much negative energy that's going to tear you down, and you're going to sit down in bed crying about it at night thinking, I want to kill myself? And during that time, those were the thoughts that always used to come in my mind. I wanted to kill myself. Why would you want to kill yourself? Because someone called you ugly? What? Like, why? And now that I'm older, I sit down and I think, there are so many issues in this world. So many issues. And you have the audacity to want to kill yourself because someone called you ugly? So yeah, first thing, don't surround yourself around negative people. It's not worth it in so many ways. If you feel like you're around someone right now that makes you feel bad about yourself, get rid of them. You don't need them around. I'm asking you this question, why do you hate yourself that much that you're gonna allow people that are gonna bring you down in your life? Why? And that's the first step, I would say. Like, get rid of any external forces affecting you. And now I'm into point 2. Wow, this organic stuff is really, because I can talk. So you guys, this video may be like 40 minutes long. I apologize. But listen, I promise you there's going to be some really good points, okay? And the second thing is comparing yourself to others and how to stop, okay? I need you to know this is how you're going to stop doing this, because this is what helped me. I learned to be compassionate to myself. You need to make sure that when you're speaking to yourself like this is your best friend. This is your best friend. And if you guys, I hope everyone has a best friend, because you're going to need one in this world. This world is not that nice. And you would never, hopefully, sit down to your best friend and think, that girl is not as pretty as you. Would you? Would you? Or sit down and be like, oh, your hair is not that nice. Your hair, like, you would not sit down and speak badly to your best friend. So why are you speaking badly to yourself? Like, you are your main priority. No matter what, anything can go tomorrow. Money can go tomorrow. Friends can go tomorrow. Your wig can go tomorrow. But who do you have? You have yourself. Sorry. But you have yourself. So you need to know that you are with you forever. When you die with yourself. So you need to make sure that you love yourself and you do not speak negatively to yourself. And that's something I struggled with for so long. I would literally sit down. I feel like I'm doing a South African accent. I'm sorry. I like it. I like talking like this, but I'm going to stop. I'm not South African. I'm Nigerian. But I would literally like sit down there, scroll through oh wait, this is gonna be point 3, okay? But I would literally sit down there and scroll through Instagram and be like, this girl is so much prettier than me. Would you tell that to your friend? Would you tell that to your best friend, that someone else is prettier than her? You wouldn't. So why are you doing that to yourself? Because you should love you more than anybody else. Now on to point 3 is stop scrolling through Instagram. At least for now. If you know you cannot love yourself at this very moment, as I said, get rid of external forces affecting you, first and foremost. If you know that you're going to sit down on Instagram, look at every single girl, compare yourself to her, which I used to do a lot, then it's not worth it. Delete the app. If not delete the app, don't follow pages that are going to make you feel insecure about yourself. I don't do it now. I used to do it a lot. I kid you not, yeah. I used to follow BBL babes and want a BBL. I've never wanted a BBL my whole life. My ass may be flat, but it's my ass, okay? It is my ass. Why the hell would I now want a bigger bum because I'm looking at everybody's bum? I'm like, your bum is flat, girl. Your bum is flat. I wouldn't do that to my best friend. I wouldn't tell my best friend, girl, your bum is flatter than everyone else's ass. So don't tell that stuff to yourself. And if you know that that's what you're gonna do, then get rid of those external forces right now. Right now. Maybe you need to limit your screen time. Maybe you need to unfollow all these big influencers that are fake, like Kim Kardashian. But I feel like I've basically covered it. Just get rid of any apps that are making you feel bad about yourself. Follow the people that you keep on comparing yourself to. Now, I'm gonna say this as this is the most important point to me anyways. For everyone else, it could be something different. But I will say, the moment you start being really negative minded, it becomes a habit. It becomes an extremely bad habit. And in order to break habits, you need to do stuff repeatedly. So what I'm going to tell you guys to do is every single time a negative thingy-majiggy crosses your mind, I want you to replace it with something positive. If you're going to now look in the mirror and be like, I hate my nose, be like, no, I don't hate my nose. My nose is unique. I have a different nose. I love my nose. And say that to yourself again and again and again. Because the more you're going to do it, the more you're actually going to start to believe it. That's how things work. Like now, I always used to look in the mirror and be like, But now, every single time I try my hardest to be like, you're pretty. The moment something negative crosses my mind, I'm like, no, you better sit down. Sit the hell down. And I'm like, you're beautiful. You are you. You're unique. You're special. You don't need to look like everybody else. You don't need to look like anybody else. If someone tells you, oh, you've got a big forehead, and so what? And so if your forehead is big. If they tell you, oh, you have crooked teeth, and so what? Why would you want to look like everybody else? Are you a robot? Are you artificial? Like, you need to make sure that you don't let any of these negative thoughts stay in your mind for long periods of time. You need to always make sure you push it. You're literally fighting. Right now, you are fighting your demons. You're fighting yourself. And it's going to be a hard battle to sit down here and say, I'm tired. I'm tired of this. But you're going to do it. And you're going to do it from now. Because you need to start as early as possible. Like, I'm so grateful. So grateful. I was like, this is enough. I'm going to go on a tangent right now. But the number one thing that affected me a lot was when I was cheated on. If you're already a depressed girly and you don't really like how you look and someone cheats on you, that's going to get you to spiral. And it got me to spiral really badly. To the point where I would sit down there, and I even have pictures of it, and write about everything I hate about myself. Everything I hate about myself. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Comparing myself to other people that aren't me. You know? And if you are in a predicament where you got cheated on and now you hate yourself, what? You're going to allow an external factor, an external person that has nothing to do with your being affect you? No, sis. No. And that moment you get cheated on, and this is what I'm saying as self-love, because trust me, if I want to sit down here and talk about my whole life, we will be here for a long time, but let's just get to the point. I had to let go of someone I was in a relationship with for like, I would say it was like 4 years. On and off for 4 years. I had to let go of them. Because I realized if I love myself right now, all I can do is let go of this person. Because you need to make sure you love yourself more than you love someone else. And the moment I learned to do that, the moment I was like, enough is enough. I kid you not, I feel 2 million. Even 2 million is even an under exaggeration. I feel so much better. That now I'm not with someone that I'm always looking at like, you hurt me. I'm letting you stay with me, sleep in my bed. What? You need to ask yourself why. And when I say ask yourself why, I mean actually sit down here and say, why is it that you dislike yourself? Because 9 out of 10 times, you don't dislike yourself because you dislike yourself. You dislike yourself because of all these factors that have nothing to do with you. You more time dislike yourself because you're obsessed with social media and you keep on scrolling and comparing yourself to other people. You may dislike yourself because you have negative friends around you making you feel bad about yourself. Because there's no way I'm going to tell you right now that you are sitting down here breathing. Your body is literally helping you to function, to live a life, and you're going to hate yourself. What? That's impossible. So get rid of every single external factor that's affecting you, okay? And I'm just going to touch on this topic right now because we can go into depth. When I say in depth, I don't know how long I've been talking for right now. And I'm not trying to scare you guys away. But there's so much stuff. And one thing I'm going to say now is the physical aspect. Yeah, let's get into that. I feel like a lot of the times now, we're always saying stuff like body positivity. And I'm not someone here that's going to say, oh, my nose is itchy. But I'm not going to come here and say I'm not an advocate for body positivity, because I am. You need to make sure you love your physical being to every inch of it. However, I'm going to go into the health aspect, and this may be very, very deep. Like when I say very deep, very, very deep, because I'm going to actually be extremely honest about it, and I think it's going to be controversial, okay? So I'm kind of scared, but let's get into it. So one thing for me that I genuinely believe is if you are overeating, you don't like yourself. You don't like yourself. And I'm not talking about like, you know, you're like a foodie, because the main thing you should think about right now is the life I live physically. Does that mean I'm going to live a long, good life? That's what you need to think about. Are you going to live a long, good life by eating yourself to death? Ask yourself that. Because I've been there, so I can talk. Like, I genuinely feel like I can talk. This is a picture of me. Like, deadass, this is a picture of me. And I look unhealthy. I look extremely unhealthy. And during those times, especially, was when I was my least happiest. Because I was an emotional eater. And sometimes these body positivity start to creep in, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with eating a bunch of food. There's nothing wrong with eating a bunch of food until it starts to affect you negatively and affect your life. There's nothing wrong with it. I used to be so freaking lazy when I used to eat like a burger. I would always want to lay in bed, watch TV, not do anything active. And if you're like this and you're them TV people that let's be truthful, you're a potato couch. If you're a potato couch right now, you really hate yourself. You really, really hate yourself because you're sitting down, entertaining yourself on the TV. The TV is not real. They're actors. They probably have good, nice lives. And you're there watching it, getting all of these amazing emotions from watching TV, but it's not your life, darling. Feeling connected to the character. A lot of the time when we're watching TV, there's a specific character we feel very connected to, especially if you're a binge watcher. I'm like that too. I used to be a serial binge watcher. And throughout this whole time was the most depressed I've been in my life. I used to literally watch TV back to back to back to back because I wasn't ready to face my real emotions. And that's not self-love, darling. That's not self-love. That's self-hatred. You literally hate yourself. So that's why I feel like sometimes these body positivity advocates can be really scary. It can be really scary because do you love yourself if you're going to sit down there and be eating food back to back when you know it can give you a stroke? Well, it puts you at risk, guys, of giving you like stroke, diabetes, heart failure. Why do you hate yourself that much? Guys, going to the gym is not self-hate. Because you're sweating, your body's in pain. Guys, I've done it all. When I say I've done it all, I've done it all. I've been on and off with the gym for so long in my life. And this is the first time I can say I've been consistently going to the gym for like 2 months now. And when I tell you, it has changed me. Like, it has changed me mentally a lot. Yes, during the time, you're feeling pain. But trust me, the endorphins you release after, you're going to feel great about yourself. Great. like before the, not even before the gym, I'm gonna say really and truly, I'm gonna shout out to Paul, okay? This one, I'm gonna talk about it when I do like a weight loss video, but Paul made me love myself. It made me love myself because I used to push myself to do things that I never thought I could be able to do. And you need to be able to find an activity to be able to give you small accomplishments, because it's gonna make you feel so much better about yourself. So much better. Just being able to do something that you thought you could never do. It could be as simple as climbing up the pole, because there was a time I couldn't climb up the pole. There was a time I couldn't even go upside down. I used to be so scared. I used to be so scared just to go upside down. And now I can now sit down and say, although I'm not as good as like the rest of the people in my pole class, I'm proud of myself. Because now I start comparing myself. You shouldn't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to you. And now I just feel so happy. And I want everybody to be able to feel, I'm gonna get emotional, but I want everybody to feel this type of happiness. Because for a long time, I thought I would never feel this great about myself. For a long time. Like, when I tell you guys, I used to hate myself so much. Imagine wanting to kill yourself because you didn't like how you looked. That's insane. That is insane to me. And if that's you, I'm begging you, please stop. Because you're so beautiful and you're so unique and you're not like anybody else. You're not. So don't you dare compare yourself to other people. Guys, let me clean this up because I feel like I look so crazy. I'm back. But yeah, as I was saying, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful. Because you're not like anybody else. Can you imagine if we lived in a world where everybody was everybody else? We wouldn't even be living. We wouldn't be living. Like, we'll all be basically programmed. Why would you want to be programmed? Why? So, guys, I feel like my head is scrambled now because, you know, emotions. I promise you guys, I'm not my period. This is genuinely real emotions, you know? But I just wish I had someone to sit down and tell me, you're so beautiful. Because you're not like anybody else. And what you bring to the world, even though you may think it's something small, you bring something big into your world. So you need to make sure you live life to the fullest. And make sure you care for yourself. You love yourself. You hold yourself. You squeeze yourself. You kiss yourself. You need to make sure that you really, really love yourself. Because it's your life. It's your world. I think a lot of the times we get into this mindset that people care about how we behave. I promise you this, more people are more concerned about you. Like, what? I mean, more people are more concerned about themselves. The same way you're sitting down there panicking about, oh my gosh, my hair looks funny, my teeth aren't white enough, my lips are this, my head is this. Someone's doing the exact same thing, and guess what? It's not about you, it's about themselves. So make sure you love, you cherish yourself, because nobody's gonna do it for you. Guys, someone's knocking on my door. Boom, 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 I'm back. Guys, my eyes are really sore. Point is, you don't need someone to tell you that you're beautiful. You can tell yourself that. You don't need someone to tell you that you're smart. You can tell yourself that. Because nobody knows you more than you know yourself. So get rid of anything that's making you feel bad about yourself. Because I genuinely believe that there's no way you're born and you hate yourself. It's always something. It is always something. So anything that you know that's affecting you. In fact, let me give you guys some homework, okay? Let's give you guys some homework because I've done this homework. So you need to sit down and write everything you love about yourself and everything you hate about yourself. And we're going to do this physical and then, you know, mental. So you're going to write everything you love about yourself, everything you hate about yourself, and you're going to write why you hate these things about yourself, especially the hate bit. So if you know right now you hate your eyes, why do you hate your eyes? Don't think, because I used to, I'm just saying, because I used to hate my eyes, you know. Don't sit down and be like, I hate my eyes because I hate my eyes, because that's not true. Why do you hate your eyes? Is it because someone said something to you? You need to really deep, like, why do I not like this about myself? Because 9 out of 10 times it's not you. It's not you, it's always something else. And the moment you realize it's something else, cut it out. Cut it out. Every single thing you can do possible to cut the thing out, cut it out. Even if it's a friend that you feel like is always comparing herself to you and making herself feel bad about you, she probably just feels bad about herself too. Cut it out. You don't need people like that in your life. You need to love yourself enough to know that you don't need people like that in your life. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. I feel like I've spoken a lot and it may sound like waffle, but I really, really hope I impacted someone today. I really wish I did, and I hope I did. Please, someone take this information in, I'm begging you. But I really wish I did, like, affect someone positively today. So I'm gonna leave you guys now. Bye, lovelies, and make sure you guys subscribe, because I do plan on making so much content about self-improvement. I'm not 100% there yet, but I'm 1000% on a journey there. And I want you guys to join me and we can elevate together. Haha, elevate with Bora. So please subscribe, put a comment in, like if you feel like it was a good video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, lovelies.